Good afternoon, I'm John McMahon. Thanks for joining us. To ban or not ban fireworks? That was the question at last night's Phoenix City Council meeting. Because of those wildfires, Siskiyou County Public Health is putting out a health advisory because of the air quality. Ahoy, Tyler, that's right. I am back at the Pirates and Parrots show here at the Expo, where I'm actually joined by Chris Bureau, who really is the show here at Pirates and Parrots. But the main thing here is that outside of the show here, Chris is a huge conservationalist and really helps these parrots out. Chris, tell me a little bit about your nonprofit here. And hopefully it's warm in that studio, because it is definitely not warm out here. Right now it's about 36 degrees. And as you can see behind me, visibility is not great. Driving up here, probably the last 4, 5, 6 exits coming up, you're going to hit a thick layer of fog heading south toward exit 6. And that's most of that is rain from the valley, but as soon as you head further south, it's going to turn to snow. Luckily, Florence hasn't blown up any whales since. Nowadays, when whales wash up on shore, they're either buried or dragged back out to sea with no need for any dynamite.
Especially if you're fully vaccinated.
Vaxxed and relaxed. We're there. We're good.
Vaxxed and relaxed.
Second
I like
dose
that.
is soon, so yeah.
I try to sell that.
That's right, Sophia, thank you. I'm here at the Craterland Labs for Christmas at the Farm event, and I'm joined by a couple new friends. This is Freckles, they got Mojave, and I actually do not remember his first name, excuse me, but these guys are going to be here tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. for the live nativity scene here. That's going to be a drive-through event, and it's $10. This $10 proceeds goes to FFA, says Future Farmers of America. In California, the state budget was projected to be $54 billion short before the pandemic. Only now, Governor Gavin Newsom says the state has a surplus of nearly $75 billion.
So where did all of that money come from? Liz Gonzalez looked into it and where that money is going.
From the eye of fire to an open portal from hell. That's how people describe this explosive encounter over in the Gulf of Mexico. Take a look at this. Thanks, Sophia. That's right. I'm on Southeast M Street. As you can see behind me, a lot of crews are out here trying to get that power back on. There's about 4 crane trucks behind me. They got chainsaws. They got crews out here dragging all of this stuff out to get that power back on. The cause of that, it's about 6:30 this morning. A tree came down, hit the lines, and it knocked out power for about 1,700 people here in Grants Pass. And the OHA is now changing one of those rules about wearing a mask while playing sports. This is due to a recent incident when a high school athlete collapsed at the finishing line while wearing a mask. Medication to ease her mama llama trauma, and also reunited with the rest of her travel companions. Mama llama trauma. That's right, Tyler. Good morning. I am actually on top of the giant wheel here at the Expo, and I'm going to try my best to not really look down. So, let's just jump right into that concert business. We're back on Oregon Outdoors here with Mark Freeman. Mark, we're doing one of your favorite things, fishing on the company dime.
I know, it's like I'm doing what I do best.
We can still expect only an inch right now, but the response to the snow here has especially been picking up in the past half hour or so. There's a lot of ODOT plows out here. There's some other city plows as well, and even a John Deere tractor out here with a plow on it going through the streets, really trying to clear out this snow as we head into the morning. Let's go to some breaking news this morning. This morning, Medford police officers were dispatched to a business alarm at the Allergy and Asthma Center located at 3860 Crater Lake Avenue. Thank you. I'm here still at exit 19 here at Ashland, where traffic has been diverted for a good while now into Ashland. But now, according to a tweet that was just sent out by Caltrans District 2, both lanes of I-5 should now be open and traffic should be going through there now. And the city of Weed is urging residents to consider their water usage. They say there's no need to panic. However, because of the wildfires burning around the region, the city's water levels are extremely low. And right here in the valley now, a lot of that winter weather has cleared up for the good portion of today. There was a little bit of snow here in Medford this morning, but that doesn't mean drivers should not still be careful of hazards in and around the area. If you take a look at this video, this is a dash cam footage of an ODOT vehicle driving on I-5. You can see this tree is coming down, just nearly hitting his vehicle there, and actually shut down I-5 for a brief portion. That's in the Wolf Creek area. New details on the Jack Fire in Douglas County. Is now up to 15% containment and is just over 12,500 acres. Right now, level 3 evacuation orders remain in place. State Highway 138 East from Steamboat Creek to milepost 55 is closed. But I do want to touch one more time. As Gary and I were setting up a different shot earlier this morning, we did see an RV come off the road and actually hit one of these trees, pop up on the curb and hit this tree right here. We did notify Medford PD, but you can use that as a stark reminder here to really drive safe as you hit those roadways, especially here at East Medford, which is a little bit higher elevation, a little bit colder, and you can expect a lot more snow. Good morning, Sophia. That's right. I hope you have that Christmas cocoa out because it is a brisk 22 here at Siskiyou Summit. My last check of Trip Check, right now they're expected to have about 4 inches of snow, but then roadside snow is going to be up to 55 inches here. And as you can see around me, it's kind of already starting to come down here. The roads aren't too bad right now, and even coming in here this morning, they're really going to make that switch over to snow, kind of from that overcast and rain as you get closer to exit 6 here as well. Over the weekend, Allie and I took our talents off screen and onto the canvas, and the results are, well, we'll let you guys decide.
I think they're pretty great.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's Allie's
art.
Depiction of me.
That's what I think you look like.
Yep.
And
there's Big Al. This is Xena. She is a 15-year-old double yellow-headed Amazon. She's one of many birds here at the Pirates and Parrots show at the Expo. A sweet giveaway. This thing actual size? Allie, what are we looking at here?
I mean, as you can see, we're looking out of a camera and we can see the smoke that's out there.
One of those days, huh? All right, cool. All righty. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone else is. We'll see Mark later on this week. So Tyler, who do you think is going to win, Godzilla or Kong? What's your pick here?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go Kong.
We had one big fight this weekend, McGregor, Poirier, and now we have a lot of fun stuff here. Really cool birds. Come down here and you can see Charlie, and you can see us dressed as pirates. Reporting at the Expo, I'm John McMahon. Well, you might be able to see behind me some crews are still setting up for the headliner tonight. That headliner being Matt Stell. The whole thing kicks off at 7 p.m. So $10, and you can see these guys. For now in Central Point, me, Freckles, I'm John McMahon for News 10. Sophia, back to you. Coming up tonight on News 10, a project over a year in the making is now opening its doors, bringing numerous opportunities for that furry friend at home. Plus, a fire relief bill that will benefit local residents who lost their home in the Almeda fire. And yesterday, Oregon reported more than 8,700 new COVID cases and 31 new deaths. As the Omicron variant continues to ramp up, so does the demand for testing. I stopped by the Asante testing site in Medford to talk to people waiting for a test in their cars. The Asante drive-through COVID testing site in South Medford is running smoothly, but if you're planning on getting a test, be sure to carve out some extra time.
This line, I have taken this test before, and I know it's going to be about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I came with an empty bladder.
The site has been open since 8 a.m. this morning, and cars continue to pile in throughout the parking lot and down the road.
I've been here before to get tested. I've got about, I think I've logged about 4 or 5 tests maybe, just to keep on top of it.
From potential exposures to upcoming medical procedures, reasons for getting a test as the Omicron variant continues to spread are far and wide, and many are finding ways to pass the time in the car.
Water, book, food, I'm ready.
You can sit in the car, listening to the radio, and just relax.
Listening to JPR and just daydreaming.
Although inconvenient, some in line are optimistic that the wait times are a good sign that people are being cautious as new variants emerge.
I'm glad to see this good of a turnout. I've been a nurse in the Valley for 50 years, and people are taking it seriously, and I'm so thankful.
And as the excessive heat continues, our four-legged friends are at a high risk. I spoke with one local veterinarian about the best ways to keep your pets safe. Much of the Pacific Northwest is in a heat wave, and while some of us can beat the heat, our pets may have a more difficult time. With temperatures over 100 degrees, sidewalks and walkways turn into hot plates for our four-legged friends.
Once the air temperature gets into the 80s, the cement and asphalt temperature is well over 100, 110, 113, and you can literally fry an egg in 5 minutes at 131 degrees. So just imagine trying to walk barefoot on that.
This picture was taken just outside the KTVL studio, with the air temperature being 96 degrees and the pavement temperature clocking in at a whopping 153, well over a comfortable temperature. Dr. Winters also mentions that although a dog may not be distressed because of the surface temperature, it doesn't necessarily mean damage isn't being done to their paws.
The surface of the pads don't have a lot of nerve endings. It's kind of like their shoe, but once they start feeling it, there's already damage done to the outer layers of the pad, and it's already starting to affect the inner pad.
In addition to burns, our pets can also experience heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Winters recommends keeping pets inside, in the shade, and to have a constant water source in order to keep them safe. Reporting in Jackson County, I'm John McMahon.
News 10's John McMahon went to U-Cut Christmas Tree Farm. He shows us how the trees are holding up and what the season could look like this year.
Unseasonably high temperatures in the Rogue Valley have been affecting everything from people to pets, and now they're affecting the holidays. Christmas tree farms like U-Cut and Medford are feeling the heat, with high temps killing off much of the new seedling growth.
In the years past, it was a survival rate about 97%, and this year I think about 97% died.
And it's not only the seedlings. Ryerson said that some older, larger trees are getting scorched and dried out as well, which affects earlier seasons as soon as this year. With popular trees such as Douglas firs taking approximately 8 years to mature, the supply chain of ready-to-cut trees is dwindling.
This year, I think, hoping, cross my fingers, that these trees are going to make it. And so we should have a pretty good selection this year. Down the road, I'm not sure.
When asked about monetary losses, Ryerson said it was hard to tell, but estimates at least $10,000 could be lost as a result of the heat this year. He's been in the tree business since 1979, and this year is unlike any other.
This year, by far the worst we ever had.
Ryerson mentioned he's applied for a drought grant through the federal government and is still awaiting an assessment. In the meantime, he's confident that this year will turn out all right with a good variety of trees to cut down and enjoy for the holidays. Reporting in Medford, I'm John McMahon.